Welcome to Wondersleep. It was a September night, 1961. Betty and Barney Hill were driving home when they saw something unusual in the sky. They first thought it to be a falling star and then a plane. But as this illuminated, large rotating object drew closer, Barney peered through his binoculars and could see people staring back through the UFO's windows, but they were somehow not human. The UFO's erratic movement then flew purposefully over their car, so Betty unrolled the windows and looked up. And then there was a pattern of beeping, of buzzing and vibration, with the tingling passing through them. They blacked out. The noises returned, and they regained consciousness. Except, the hills were now 35 miles further south. Upon returning home, things seemed strange. Their watches would not work. Barney's binocular strap was torn. Betty's dress was covered in a pink powder, and they were compelled to wash themselves. Soon, Betty started to have vivid dreams of what happened during their encounter. She details the medical examination she underwent and also describes the humanoids. They were between 5 feet and 5 feet 4 tall. They looked almost human, dark eyes and grey skin. She described what we now call a grey, a short, humanoid creature with a bulbous head, large eyes, and grey skin. Importantly, this is the commonest description given by people claiming to have been abducted by aliens right across the earth. Why are most of the abductees describing this same archetypal alien? Is this evidence for the extraterrestrial hypothesis? The idea that aliens are really visiting us? Our skepticism sneaks in. The similarity to humans is profound, unquestionable, and telling. Didn't these aliens evolve on a different planet, with a different starting ancestor and selection pressures? Why would they share our bilateral symmetry? Three-dimensional structure with a top and bottom, left and right and front and back? How did they manage to evolve organs like eyes, just like us? It's striking that they also evolved hands and feet and a head and bipedalism. Why would these aliens travel light years to scrape skin cells off us or probe our rectums and then fly away? Why us in a universe likely teeming with life? And it's much more likely that these humanoid greys are an invention of the human brain. Despite an increase in cameras and satellites in recent years, a reported number of alien encounters has not been noted. In fact, irrefutable evidence of an alien encounter has never been provided. Never. So, why the Greys? Does their presence in pop culture explain their ubiquity in abductee stories? Many will be hoaxes, but do some abductees tell what they think is the truth? That they really are convinced that aliens have visited them? Is there a psychological explanation? Potentially that these are hallucinations on the edge of sleep? Well, in 2005, Frederick Malmstrom drew together some points about how we think a baby sees the world in the mother hypothesis, arguing that these encounters are actually abductees experiencing repressed memories from their infancy, and the beings they see are their own mothers. Many of the grey encounters are revealed when the abductee is in a half-dream state, as Malmstrom argues, in a hypnotic regression going back to their infant state. There is ongoing debate about the exact nature of the infant's visual system, but it is accepted that due to immaturity of the eye, nerves and brain structures, that a clear image is not transmitted, possibly up to 25 times worse than an adult. and astigmatism of neonatal eyes may produce smearing of the periphery of their vision. Cone cells, the cells that sense colour in the eye, develop during infancy. Research shows that infants may not be able to distinguish colours prior to 3 months, possibly explaining why they would see their mother in grey. Infants are exceptionally good at facial discrimination and respond strongly to faces regardless of the species, with 2 eyes and especially towards eyes with larger pupils. Research shows a 1-month baby scans the outer contour of the face with strong focus on the eyes, and a 2-month scans more broadly and focuses on the features of the face, including the eyes and mouth. And so neonates spend much more time looking into their mother's faces and especially their eyes, committing this image to memory, an important evolutionary survival advantage. How would this distorted image translate into the infant's brain? Malmström digitally manipulated a childbearing female's face, taking into account all of the aforementioned, and produced this. He also argues that the reported height of his abductees' abductors were similar to the average height of a female human. So, could grey aliens be none other than our own mothers? Residual memories manifest in the mind of the abductee? What do you think? Is there a terrestrial explanation for what happened to the Hills? Or are we being visited?